So in this unit, we're moving to new things we talked about in the last unit, school supplies and things in the classroom. Now we're going to talk about our classes and schedule. First, we've talked about different question words. We've used words like que for what, and we've used words like como for how. Today we're talking about cuántas, and there's also cuántos. So there's a masculine and a feminine form of this question word, and it's asking how many. And so the thing that we determine is we use cuántos if we're asking about how many things that are masculine, and we use cuántas to ask about how many things that are feminine, like clases are feminine. So the singular of this being la clase, which is a cognate for class. So when we put it all together, it's asking how many classes do you have? So when we're talking about these things, one of the basic things that we need to know is our horario. Remember that H is silent. It's horario. And our horario is our schedule. So it can be any kind of schedule. Specifically, de clases means it's our schedule of classes or our class schedule. Now, an interesting word that we are learning is en mi colegio. That not colegio or colegio, colegio, with the H sound for the G, colegio. El colegio looks like it should be maybe a college, but it's actually, el colegio is common for a high school. So no I classes. Remember that I means there is or there are. And on sábado and domingo, no I classes. There aren't any classes. No estudiamos. Estudiamos, we're going to learn to use this verb in this unit. But here, what it's talking about is we don't study. So estudiamos all by itself is we study. No estudiamos, we don't study. One thing that's not on your notes that we want to have in here is almuerzo in this horario, the schedule. So we have all the different times of the classes. And right around 12:30, we have almuerzo. Almuerzo is lunch. Now here, we have lots of different classes. So la clase is class. What kind of class? We use de to signify. So la clase de español, Spanish class. She's saying yo hablo, which we're going to learn to use this word hablo. Yo hablo en español. I speak in Spanish. So now we have la clase de, not historia, it's la clase de historia. La clase de historia, history. La clase de biología, there's an accent there, biología. La clase de inglés, so obviously this is biology, this one's English. La clase de matemáticas, which is plural, as it is even in English in certain countries. La clase de computación is like your computer class. Here we have la clase de música, our music class. That's a cognate. Another cognate, la clase de arte. And then we have another selection of classes, el álgebra, las ciencias naturales, la educación física, physical education. We can call this PE, or we can call it gym. Los estudios sociales, la física, la geografía, la geometría, and la química. Remember, it doesn't quack when you have a QU in Spanish. It's a K sound, so química. Here, we're bringing back that question, ¿a qué hora? Remember, ¿qué hora es? We use ¿qué hora es to ask what time is it. We use ¿a qué hora to ask at what time. And so specifically, this is not at what time is, it's at what time terminas. Terminas is asking at what time do you finish. You can think of the verb as being like terminate or finish class. So she's asking what time do you finish class, and he says a las 3:30, which we should know by now is at 3:30.